EA Sports of the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from the Steel City. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
From the set. Buffalo a two. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. Look at the three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hawk 7.
Now it's Johnson. Gets to the end at the 30. Waterani brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. 35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Hey! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on. Set. Viking 18. Panther 11. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And the Steelers are looking at a 1st and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And when things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. The kick is good, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Tony.
On play action. Stroud. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now Stroud. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Up the sideline to the 40. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Reichert now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Already.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. Finding room across midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will score. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Raiders. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Cavity Lions.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down. He'll drop the throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Now he's free at the 35. And he will go all the way. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point.
Will Reichert to kick off.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown. as he kicks this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and and now he loses the football. He gets free inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 1-point lead here in the first quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
Shot alert! Chop! Street! Street!
So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. He's beyond midfield to the 45. Inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown Steelers. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers will open up a 6-point lead.
Raiders 21.
Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got Tucker open downfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
That one good for 29.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Raiders will take a 1-point lead here in the first quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
The career's my estate when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
Finding Metcalf quickly on the RPO. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Ready.
Out of the pistol, here comes Gibbs. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Hawk 70. Hawk. Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
The 44-yard line.
Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
Get it. Viking 18. 6.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter.
Here we go. Here we
as
go.
they've got it with 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Ready.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here comes a toss, right. Here comes Johnson. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal. He's inside the 10. Mark him at the 7.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's Gibbs. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. Reichert now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Steelers will open up a 6-point lead.
Steelers 34, Raiders 28.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the ball.
And he's in! Touchdown, Las Vegas. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. But they're now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Raiders will go up by a point here in the 2nd quarter.
Steelers 34.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can.
That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And on this 1st down, it's Johnson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Come on, come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
That is brought in. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
The 4-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal.
Here we go. Shot. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Johnson. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the full.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Gravity Lions.
Gibbs.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Bronco 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Ready.
3rd and goal.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Viking 18. Dragon 60. Ready.
The pressure too much, and he goes down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All right. Tony. Good.
They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
A 6-yard pickup.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. Down to the 10. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. Here's Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders will up the lead to 5.
Steelers 37.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's going to be intercepted.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's got it at the 1. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Stephanie!
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Come on, this game. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They face second down and 7.
Let's go. Let's go.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
For a Steelers first down.
Bronco 80.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
65 catch. 60.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Going for it all. That is hot to the goal line and in. Touchdown Steelers. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Will Reichard to kick off.
Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right.
On the handoff, this is Genty. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Forced out wide. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
That's good.
Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. First and 10.
Now, this way. 18.
From the gun, here's Stroud. A ball deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. That's caught downfield by Tucker. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. A pickup there of 28 yards.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for them there.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Jeanty. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for.
That one taken in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Vegas.
Touchdown, Raiders.
And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Now return coming from the 7. Ho-ho! And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Start. Let's go.
Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Come on. Come on. Set. Coconut Warrior 70. Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Will Reichard to kick off.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway.
Here we go.
Run right up the gut with Jeanty. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Oh, and
They'll go again with Jeanty. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A 15-yard pickup there. 1st down, Vegas.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of. going forward.
He's going to look for the home run ball. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
A second down throw for Stroud. Again, working deep downfield. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Well, finally a win for this defense, and it's certainly been a tough day. With the success this offense has had throwing the ball downfield, it's got to feel good to finally get a hand on one and knock it away, because it's been tough sledding so far, and don't expect that to be the last time they're tested deep.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. They're going to have it here. Get it at their own 37-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ready? 70 Rangers. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll run. Johnson peeling forward for maybe a yard. Eric Stokes, the corner. They're on the stop.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Here's Gibbs. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he's in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Raiders 56, Steelers 51. Will Reichard to kick off.
Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
on the quick, right? 18. That's it.
On 1st and 10, it's Genty. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
All right.
Throwing is Stroud. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready? Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70 Lions.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
First down.
Come on.
31-yard
Panther
line.
60.
He'll look to throw. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Strike. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're on to it. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a first down.
Here we go. First down, Las Vegas.
Run the draw with Genty. Into the secondary at the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Vegas.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
Butker's extra point is good. And the Raiders will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Steelers, 51.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready? 60 Eagles, 60.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the jump.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8.
60 by 6.
It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. He's got room to the 45. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 33-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 35 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Liking 8. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they could somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Seven Pirates. Seven Pirates. Get it. Let go.
He'll drop to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's good for us.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3.
1st and goal at
Back
the
with more
9-yard line.
after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal.
Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw. A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over at their own 14-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. Rolling right. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Raider 1st down.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down.
18.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here we go.
A run with the former Buckeye, Quinshawn Judkins. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Vegas.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Once again, it's Genty. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9.
Oh, right. 18. What's up?
Back to throw. Stroud. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. To throw, it's Stroud. He's got his man, Max Thornton. And he will score! Dante Thornton. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
Drop 6. Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So pretty clearly you knew what this was going to be. They walk out with 5 receivers set, nobody in the backfield, and the entire stadium knows this ball is being thrown in the air. So let's give a lot of credit for the defense. They don't panic, force the incompletion, and it's a really nice play.
Got it. Ready?
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. 70 range. Bronco 80.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Ready?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
12 yards.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
That's thrown quickly, taken in by Collins. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Ready? Break.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Into space at the 45. And he's out of bounds. Gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Mustang 19. Ready?
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. And he Steelers. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. That run good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Genty. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the give, it's Judkins. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Genty. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Vegas.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now give to Genty, running right. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Here we go.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
All right. 19 Texas.
They'll drop to throw. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. to be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Oh, and in that spot, Mike, that's just painful to see. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to fourth down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 0.
70. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers have cut the deficit to 5.
The score, Raiders 70, Steelers 65.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. 2nd and 11. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. But just 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
They're on the 17-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Stephanie. Coconut. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Fria, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like Pope. 4 a.m., and I know which girls I'm taking home. Just spin, make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so we so. Let's take, don't miss. Pour them all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just flown in.